I'm not a good person.
Well, whatever, you're fine.
I killed a kid.
It's not a unique insight, but sometimes when you say the unsayable thing, you realize it wasn't that unsayable.
Sounds like the story of a hero to me. I would have been straight out of there. Serious, I would have been out of that water like a tabby cat out of a bath.
Don't, man.
Jokes often bring a new way of looking at things, and it seemed true and right that quite quickly that someone like Roman starts making jokes, and there's something terrible about that, but there's something liberating as well.
I guess I'm just trying to say, like, who's the real victim here? I waited 3/4 of an hour for a gin and tonic.
Kendall sees that it's not something that's the end. Some things will continue, including a relationship and even love from his siblings.
So we go see him and we tell him we just won't have it, right?
Roman has the most difficult decision because his position through the season has changed and the way he feels valued by his dad has changed. You know, Kendall's already declared as an antagonist. Shiv finds that's how she feels when the prospect of losing the company arises.
You think Daddy's protecting you? No, we let Mattson take control. That is Dad slamming the door. It means that he doesn't ever think that we will, can, or should take over. Time to rip off the Band-Aid.
There's always been the feeling of what if we could all go in and fire the water pistol together, if we could all say the same thing at once, what would happen?
Full coup.
It's an exhilarating power and it's quite intoxicating.
We can fight it out. It'll be fun.
That will be fun.
If I look at the arc of this season from the chaos at the end of episode 2.
Fuck you, Plastic Jesus.
You're a fucking twat.
Save the planet, Ken.
You're a fucking prick.
And there we are, episode 9, and the siblings, however damaged, found their way back together for the first time really since their teenage years, I think.
Send them in.
Come in.
I came into the scene really anxious to find our way through these pivotal moments of the first one for me, where Roman is having to face the dragon, to face his father.
Can you take him out, Romulus?
And to stand up to his father, which of course he palpably failed to do if we look back at season 1, episode 6.
You better be smelling your fucking armpit, Romulus.
There's a question about why, you know, when in the first season he wasn't able to raise his hand, and why is he able to now?
Roman, I thought we had this figured out.
Yeah, it just might be better, you know, if we all here.
Some people would see growth. I'm on the fence about human beings, and people certainly change what they do, but in my view, people's essential selves don't change. In a way, that's what makes drama and choices interesting.
I've got you. Come on, let's discuss.
So I would say that the circumstances around Roman have changed.
This is an opportunity, son.
He feels this weight of support that makes it possible for him to be a full sibling.
You can trust me.
You can't trust him.
It's a superpower that Logan has, to be able to lie to people's faces. And then if people have the power to make him come good on those promises, then he will. And if they don't, then they're in a new situation and there'll have to be a new accommodation found.
We can stop you.
You're playing toy fucking soldiers. I have you beat.
Do you want a deal with the devil?
The implication is that Tom is the one who blew the whistle on the kids and enabled Logan to secure the deal which they could have stymied.
Caroline, you're on.
Tom's been on his way to making this kind of choice for a long time, unconsciously.
The fuck told him?
Since Shiv's admission on their wedding night that she'd had an affair, since a few nights before that when she said that she doesn't love him.
I think he does love her quite passionately, and she, after her own fashion, loves him. But there are a lot of caveats for both of them. If you're being generous to them, their relationship is very complicated.
We're gonna force him out.
Where do I fit in, Chef?
Well, high up, Tom. I don't know.
He's a realist and a romantic. It was one of the incredible kind of beautiful complications about Tom. So it was kind of inevitable at some point that he would put self before her.
Other people who are in the family will always be a Roy, will always be in the newspapers, but Tom maybe has a certain cold calculation to make about what he needs to give if he's going to stay in that world.
Hey.
For a long time, I couldn't find the ending. And then we did a take where we gave Sarah's character time to process that moment.
You should have trusted me.
And when Tom walked over and said, "You okay?"
Okay.
Despite that absolutely extraordinary betrayal, she put a game face on and said, "Yep."
Yeah.
And because it was such a perfect kind of Succession moment, that she would still somehow find the strength to put that kind of Teflon coat on and be in denial of that pain was so powerful to me that I knew we had the end of the season.